an online service that offers a guaranteed custom brewing experience for the craft beer enthusiast who doesn't have the time or space for home brewing, but they want visibility and distribution in the craft beer drinking community.
Build-A-Beer's target market is at the intersection of the craft beer enthusiast and the home brewer, or those interested in home brewing, who we have coined the brew curious. We will be targeting Generation X, those aged 30 to 49, due to a greater amount of disposable income, typically an annual income greater than $75,000. The home brewer, on average, is 40 years old, married or in a domestic partnership, and 23% of them live in the Midwest. Our primary customer is a college-educated man who drinks a craft beer at least once a week and buys craft beers because they see it as a small premium for a big difference in taste.
"10 minutes with Build-A-Beer will save you 6 weeks of effort." You can go onto our simple website that's very easy to navigate, make a few clicks, update your recipe, and sit back and relax. And in 6 weeks, a custom brew will be waiting for you.
Being the leader of the greatest nation in the world, I do not have time for my home brewing anymore. And Michelle will not let me brew in the house after the CIA and the Secret Service were called when the beer I was brewing exploded, but that is beside the point. While browsing Crane's business and reading about startups in my hometown, I read about Build-A-Beer Brewery. I clicked over to their website and decided to give it a try with my family recipe, a Hawaiian ale. I started by clicking on Order Online, followed by the My Recipe option, and with a few simple clicks, I had specified all my ingredients, from the malt and yeast to specialty ingredients. Next, I clicked on Packet, and placed the minimum order of 2 cases of 12-ounce bottles. Finally, I clicked on Personalize It, and added custom labels for a small additional fee. 3 days later, I received a call from a consultant to go over the details, optimize proportions and ingredients, and to ensure my beer would be up to presidential standards. I will be picking up my custom brew in 6 weeks.
When we first started on this project, we were surprised to find that there weren't that many direct competitors. Then we got really excited about Build-A-Beer as an actual viable idea. Some of the first steps that we took were moving forward with researching what was out there, what was already out there, what was online. And there were a lot of things out there that were online but weren't quite what we were looking to do. It's going to be mostly the online, anybody who can provide a craft brew outside of a home environment. So even the craft beers that you're going to find at your local liquor store, where you can do a build a box or a build a 6-pack of any kind of custom brews that you want, so you can test anything. There are also larger suppliers, larger brewers that are doing this to some extent, but you have to win a contest in order to have your particular recipe produced.
In January 2013, Middle Brow Brewing held their first home brewing contest, the Winter Warmer Challenge. Engineer by day and an avid home brewer, Matt Holly saw an ad for the contest at a home brewing supply store. Matt's winning recipe, the Life Pursuit, is a saison with a light toasted malt character with cinnamon vanilla spice. Through a partnership with Big Chicago Brewing, Matt's beer was produced and available on draft at local Chicago bars. He was able to take part in the brewing process, putting on the boots and taking lessons from professional brewers. Matt left his job as a mechanical engineer and is now a brewer, cellarman, and safety manager at Half Acre Brewing Company. We were lucky to sit down with Matt to get his thoughts on Build-A-Beer based on his professional and home brewing experiences.
So my name's Matt Holly. I used to work, well, I got a bachelor's degree in engineering, mechanical engineering, and started working at an engineering firm for a few years. And when I started that, I also got big into home brewing, and that got more and more intense as the years went by. And probably 5 or 6 years into home brewing, I entered a competition. And won the competition. As a winner, I got to have my beer brewed and distributed throughout Chicago, which was a pretty cool experience. And after that, I decided to go back to school. There are different brewing schools around, so I picked one and did like a distance learning program through that. And yeah, after that, I left my engineering job and ended up getting a job at Half Acre Beer Company. So many people that are home brewing right now, and a lot of people that are getting into it. They're looking for maybe like making a little more than what they can do at home, or trying to market their beer, or even trying to like get a job at places. Maybe they would make a good amount and like go and try to pitch themselves as somebody that can work at a brewery because they've done it. So there's a lot of options for that. I mean, I guess the middle brow thing there wasn't a whole lot of consultation or like discussion about the recipe because they wanted to do what I submitted. But there was talk about like how we were going to add spices and the best way to do it without affecting the batch. Because I did it after fermentation, and at home I just like open the lid of the bucket and like threw the stuff in.
Right.
You can't really, I mean that's not really the best way to do it. So we soaked it in alcohol, like grain alcohol, to make sure that everything that was in those values were like dead. So there was definitely some talk about how to make sure that we were doing it the best way possible, so that we don't get have like a product that we just kind of crap after.
It got pretty good reviews.
Yeah,
For people that drank it.
I don't know. I liked it. It was funny because I just made it as just for fun.
Our sales promotion strategy focuses on the first 12 months of Build a Beer's existence. We will use a combination of social media, creative advertising, and rewards programs to raise awareness of our product, reach our Chicago-based target market, and retain customers. We will begin a social media campaign on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. All of these forms of social media have the ability to reach millions of people. Since Build a Beer is an online service, we will focus most of our efforts on driving potential customers to our website. We will spend considerable time on search engine optimization, so our website comes in as one of the top 10 results in Google, Yahoo, and MSN, based on keyword searches for terms like customized home brewing. We will advertise at local bars, beverage stores, and beer festivals. With hundreds of bars to choose from, after some market research, we could determine the best approach as to neighborhoods and types of bars that we could target for advertising and promotions. At these promotional events, we could offer product samples, promotional branded items, and promote our website.
But like things that are good to help you make money are like the shop, merchandise.
We would follow a similar plan with beverage stores like Binny's and the beer festival scene. There are at least 15 more beer festivals in the Chicago area throughout the end of 2016, including the Craft Beer Festival in Lincoln Park.
$180 for 2 cases of Build a Beer is based on domestic, non-specialty ingredients. The price increases for imported and specialty ingredients. Build a Beer's pricing strategy uses the competitive pricing approach, which looks to our competitors' prices as a key marker. At $180 for 2 cases, our starting price per bottle is 20% higher than the highest cost per bottle of our most direct competitor. Mobcraft prices 4 22-ounce bottles at $25 per month, not including shipping. Because Mobcraft's product is not a custom brew, the 20% increase in price for a fully customized Build a Beer brew is justified. Build a Beer's other competition is home brewing. After the initial purchase of equipment, the cost per bottle for a home brewer is 95 cents. Given our customers' annual income of $75,000 or $36 per hour, the 9 active hours of the home brewer's time equates to $324, almost double the price of 2 cases of Build-A-Beer. We will employ promotional pricing strategies, including 10% off your first order and discounts based on your participation in our Rate Beer program.
Making beer is cheaper on larger scales because it takes the same amount of time. So you make 1 gallon has like 100 gallons or 1,000,000 gallons or whatever. It's generally the same amount of time. There's a little bit of things that take longer, but when you're doing stuff very small, it's very expensive and it's hard to be profitable. So you'll even look at breweries that are like what are they called now? Nano breweries. 1 barrel or so. It's like 30 gallons or even 45 gallons. And it's like that size is kind of like a way to get your name out there, build like a following, and then you jump up in order to become a little more profitable. So it's, yeah, there's a lot of things to think about. Lead times on things right now are pretty steep, I think, because there's so much demand. So looking at lead times for equipment would be a good idea. And then I think I've always heard that right around a 7-barrel system is where you turn profitable.
Okay.
So small stuff on brew scale, like I brew 5 gallons at home. Yeah, in my
So
kitchen.
at 7 barrels is
7 times 31, so you're talking like 250 or so gallons. Yeah, of that.
Well, yeah.
So I've heard that's kind of where you go from burning money to making more profit. Yeah, and if you're charging a little more money for it because it's like it's special things, then maybe it would
You're
make a
paying
little
for
more.
convenience. You're not paying for
Right.
product, you're paying for convenience.
But I would say think about that. So when you're looking at system sizes and stuff, that's kind of what I've heard is like the tipping point.
Initially, there will be no intermediaries between Build-A-Beer and our customer. With the focus on consumers within 100 miles of Chicago, customers will pick up their orders direct from the Build-A-Beer brewery.
Like in the beer world, you have to have, there's a 3-tier system, so we don't sell to any bars or restaurants directly. It's all to like a middleman, it's a distributor, and then they hold it and they sell it to the bars and breweries, or bars and restaurants. So if you sell your beer at a tap room or a shop, like we do at Lincoln, you make more in profit.
Build-A-Beer, a custom brew for you.
Sorry, it's just so funny.
I know, she made me
You're like a
laugh a bunch of
superhero.
times just looking at her.
We get some good brewery sounds in our video here.
I love homes. They're amazing. And